Thank you, Speaker. I rise to make a brief contribution to debate on the member for Balmain's motion, and I want to firstly start off by acknowledging the member for Balmain. We share a seat boundary, and in the time since we were both elected 2 years ago, I've seen firsthand her passion for her community, and I know that she has her ear to the ground, and she comes into this place and she listens to her constituents and she represents their views and she fights for them. We both represent seats in the inner west, Mr. Speaker, and as the population continues to grow with more developments coming, I know how important access to green spaces is to the people we represent. If there's a lesson I believe this government must learn, it is that housing and the delivery of infrastructure go hand in hand. It's not just about the bricks and mortar, it's about building communities so that when new homes are built, there are services there for new residents like public transport, hospitals, parks, green spaces, schools, social and affordable housing, all of the essential infrastructure that is needed to support a growing community. Mr. Speaker, I know that the lack of green spaces in the inner west is a pressing issue that will continue to be of a high priority for our communities as the population grows. I represent the suburb of Rhodes, which is one of the most densely populated places in New South Wales with more development coming. When I speak to residents that live in Rhodes, they tell me how important green spaces are for them. But even in Rhodes, the feedback I received is that residents feel like the council and the government are playing catch up, that the services that should be there for this growing community aren't. They were promised a ferry wharf and a new ferry service, and that's now been removed from this government's own budget papers. They're faced with more buildings, with the Department of Planning currently assessing several applications in the Rhodes area without any talk of the promised Rhodes East Primary School and without any plan to deliver better roads, safer crossings and more open spaces for this community. And I think that's just wrong. If COVID taught us anything, it's that parks and green open spaces are vital, not just for our physical and mental well-being, but also for building community. Parks and green spaces build character in our community. And I know so many people who've made lifelong friends from taking their pets down to the dog park. Why shouldn't people that will be living in new apartments not have that same opportunity? And I'll note the interjection from the member for Mount Druitt, also cats. I grew up in Concord, I grew up in Concord, right across the road from a park, and it's left me with fond memories, kicking a ball around with neighbours and playing in the playground for hours with my sisters. With more families living in apartments, the clock is ticking and communities right across New South Wales need more open spaces when development is coming. It's about foresight. There are members here like myself and the member for Balmain who are empowered by our communities to come into this place to work collaboratively and productively with the government to get the very best outcome for our community. And so instead of putting up walls and roadblocks, why not just work together to do that? I can't stress how important it is that we get planning right in this state, and that means making sure developments come with infrastructure like parks, green spaces, hospitals, schools, roads, social and affordable housing and public transport, services that bring amenity and that foster sustainable and thriving communities in the years to come. Mr. Speaker, I thank the House for allowing me to contribute to debate on this motion, and I thank the member for Balmain. Thank you.